Hey, what's good? It's Andrew from ProducerSociety.com. Today I'm talking to you guys about EQing a nylon string guitar in GarageBand. So I'm going to show you how I would go about doing it right now. Truthfully, guitars aren't that much different from each other in terms of the nylon acoustic and the electric. You know, obviously there's some differences in terms of how you EQ them, but ultimately they're quite similar. The same principles apply. But anyway, so I'm going to show you what I did. I just recorded myself messing around with a nylon string a little bit. So I'm going to play that for you right now, and you can kind of see the before and after. By the way, I have a compressor on it as well. So anyway, so the first thing I would do is I would set up a high pass filter. So that's what that looks like right there. I'm going to show you what that sounds like now that I've put that in there. So you'll notice that it got rid of a lot of that boominess, a lot of that low end. Now, in the case that you're just recording a nylon string and there's no other accompanying instruments, I would say you could probably not. You could go without a high pass filter just because you want some of those lower end frequencies to persist in the song. However, if you need to make room for other instruments in the mix, it's best to set that up. Because you're gonna need to make some room for the bass instruments and some of the other mid-range heavy instruments. The next thing that I would do is I would cut out some of the low mid muddiness. By the way, I got a present for you. Go to ProducerSociety.com/free mixing cheat sheet. That'll put you on my list to get a free mixing cheat sheet. And I send all kinds of cool tips and stuff that I don't share anywhere else. You can also join my forum at forum.producersociety.com. For now, it's totally free to sign up, but in the future, I'll probably lock it down and then turn it into a full course platform. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Here's where that is. It's about right here. This is the low mid control. And I'm going to show you what that sounds like. So it just has the effect of cleaning it up just a tiny bit. So that's what I did right there. And you would do the same thing with any other kind of acoustic guitar. The next good one to do is this one right here. And I call it just the honkiness frequency. And that's between like 500 and 800 hertz. And so I'll demonstrate it to you right now. I'll show you how it sounds kind of honky, so to speak. Other people like to call it like boxy, although sometimes those two words are used differently. But yeah, you notice how it's kind of boxy, it's kind of honky. What I do is that I just drop that out a little bit, and not a lot, just by 2 or 3 dB. And then the next thing that I would do from there is I would actually just jack up the high frequencies, so about like that. So I'm just adding a bit of airiness and a bit of sparkle and a bit of brightness to the guitar sound. And this is the sum total of all the EQ changes I would make to a nylon string guitar. So I'll just show you what it sounds like now with everything completed. So anyway, that's how I would go about EQing a nylon string guitar in GarageBand or any other DAW really. Another thing to pay attention to is the pick attack, and by that I just mean like the sound of the pick hitting the strings. Now there isn't really a particular frequency that is used for the pick, but I find that, you know, it kind of depends on where it is, but usually I find that by attenuating the range between like 500 and 800, that honkiness frequency, I find that sometimes you can get like the pick attack removed a little bit as well. So just in case you have too much picking sound in your acoustic guitar recording, you could attenuate that a little bit and just see how it sounds. But ultimately, I find the best thing to do is to do an EQ sweep. So you go like that, and then you just play the track, and then you listen for the undesirable frequencies, regardless of whether it's a pick attack or whatever it is really. But anyway, that's pretty much it, man, for EQing a nylon string guitar. It's not a lot different from an acoustic guitar or an electric guitar for that matter, but there, there are some differences. And I find the big difference is the honkiness, like right here, like that 500, 600 range. So just get rid of that and do something like this with your EQ, and I think it'll sound pretty good. But anyway, other than that, that's pretty much it for this video, man. Make sure you like and subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next video. All right.